أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم به يستعين في جميع الأمور اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم وترحم كما صليت وسلمت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد قال رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Blessed Climate Smart Friday greetings from President of SAM's TQLMA Club, engaged in delighting global residents with a gift of SAM's Tesla 53 PGCs gold coin, which we will be making in Australia in collaboration with Mr. Peter Kelly and Jovan, who are with us today to tell you all the wonderful news from Australia. So, Peter, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Mufado. This is a great pleasure and honor to be here. Today I had a discussion with Mr. Richard Trevelyan about the Omega gold mine that's available to purchase in Australia. And Richard is very enthusiastic about working with us to bring that transaction of the re-ownership of the mine into the control of our corporate entity, which of course will be revived in Australia in the immediate future. I noticed that Jovan is having problems hearing us. I'll just need to briefly send him a message.
Yeah, please ask him to rejoin. So I think that.
Yeah.
Continue.
Okay, so so in the short term, and I believe certainly within the month of March, we should have not only revived the corporate entity that's in Australia, or that has been in Australia in the past, but also have assumed control of the Omega mine in North Queensland, and that then leaves us open to commence operations in the manner that we wish to achieve for the corporate goals that we're making the acquisition for. And so to that end, it's been agreed that Mufada Mirza and Jovan Gavrilovic and myself will assume executive positions on that Australian entity and start the modification of the Australian corporate entity to make those changes in the gold mine structure and its activities.
Correct.
And that's really where we are.
Correct.
So,
wonderful. And in parallel, we will also be sort of, reactivating TQLMA Australia Pty Limited, a company which was formed by, Mr. Mufaddal Tayyab sometimes ago to do the agricultural and IT kind of, business activity. But then he got scared because of the, gold, situation. And since the bank blocked my fund transfer to Sierra Leone for a small, 10 kg gold transaction. So he got scared and then, decided not to continue anymore. So the company became dormant after that. And now I think we can simply reactivate the company. We three of us will take control of the activity. If he wants to stay as a director in the company and do his IT work, he's welcome to do it. But I think, we will give him that opportunity because he actually formed the company. And I would like him to, as an IT person, he's a qualified individual. So he can also remain as a director of the company. And then, we actually accomplish our objective for which the company was formed, I think, 2-3 years ago.
Jovan's saying he can't hear us.
Yeah, I know.
So
I don't know what is happening.
I don't know either.
I can see Jovan now.
Yes. Oh, he's just taken the camera off. He's having a problem. I was going to say, Mufadal, that I know some people in Australia who have access to agricultural technology that allows them. It's an aquaculture technology that allows them to, in arid climates, to grow crops without any wastage of water, because the water doesn't soak into the soil. It's retained above ground, and it's recycled within the plant bed.
Correct.
And it allows you to grow plants in a desert, because the water that you use is always available to the plants and doesn't soak away and wash into the water table.
Correct.
So I know some people who have technology like that, because a few years ago we were talking about establishing an agricultural hub in Namibia, and it never came about. Yeah,
all right.
It didn't happen, but the people are still available.
Okay,
So
wonderful.
we
Can you hear me? Can you hear
Ah,
me?
we can hear Jovan.
Yay.
We
We
can
can hear
see
you.
Jovan also.
Welcome.
Welcome,
And
Jovan.
so-
Welcome, Jovan.
It didn't want to connect. I don't know why.
I know. We are here. We are here. So now
so
I
in
think,
closing-
Kelly has described, all the things which we can do in Australia, and you can do the same in where you are currently located, and see, what opportunities are available in your, place of residence.
Right. So I don't. What happened today, Mufada?
Well,
With the call.
number of things were happening, and my WhatsApp got blocked again, so I was not able to communicate via WhatsApp. And then I started
Okay.
using the emails, and then I had a long, very, very healthy discussion with the owner of 1870 metric tons, gold in New York. And,
Right.
I simply told him that, that's a very small bit of gold you have, but if you have more, let me know, because we can consume all of it, because I need to make, 8 billion Sam's Tesla 53 PGCs gold coin and gold bars, and I will make it in Australia.
Right.
So that was a very positive meeting. So we are looking forward to move forward. We'll conclude the 400 kilogram transaction. There, meeting his unreasonable demand of putting in $500,000 up front without any collateral. But I'm willing to do that. So we conclude that transaction in Dubai, and then, move forward from there.
Okay. So what did I miss, Peter?
You missed
Nothing
me
much.
basically outlining, not much is exactly correct, outlining the steps of the process that we need to revive the Australian corporate entity, and change the administration structure to bring you and I and Mufaddal into the board, and then from there assume control of the Omega gold mine, which is what we're going to discuss with Richard. And once that's done, begin the transformation of the Omega company into the type of entity that we want it to be and we want to achieve, and also what we do with the output from the mine. And so that's as much as we can plan at the moment until we start to move forward. The other thing I was saying, which you may not have heard, Jovan, is that I have some people here in Australia who have access to the rights for aquaculture technology that allows plants to be grown in the desert, and the water is never absorbed into the soil. It's actually kept above ground, and it's recycled through the plant bed. And so it was originally going to be deployed in a smart city in Namibia last year, but that didn't happen because of some political drama going on in Namibia with the royal family. But there's some other technologies and whatever like that are suitable for an arid climate like Australia, and may be suitable in other locations. And we may choose to examine those with a view to implementing them somewhere.
So I think we are ready now to actually build our Sam's Wheel of Life Farm School Tesla-powered Saadah towers in all the universities and farms of Australia and Pakistan. Because, you know, I mean, that way, probably all the issues related to the food supply chain of the world will be resolved. And then the Australia and Pakistan model can very easily be duplicated across Africa.
Yes.
Right.
Well,
Well-
food security is a very, very big issue in Africa because
Mhm.
I think Tanzania imports something like 3 million chickens
Mhm.
a month. They don't grow their own chickens. They import them all.
It's all,
It's
you know,
ridiculous.
really ridiculous.
It is. It's insane. And this is what's going on in Africa, across Africa.
Mhm.
I mean,
You
we
mean
talk.
frozen? You mean
No.
frozen produce?
Well,
or
yeah,
live?
they import them frozen, ready
Right,
for
okay.
ready for consumption. But
And
the crazy thing
Australia,
is,
Australia is the biggest supplier of, you know, all these products. But my idea
Yes.
is pretty simple, that there is no need to transport anything anywhere in the world if you can grow it locally.
exactly.
Exactly.
And this is the
Yeah.
problem in Africa. They've lost the skill
Mhm.
to manage their own animal husbandry processes,
Mhm.
to raise their own livestock for
Correct.
their own consumption.
Mhm.
And it's
Right.
just a huge waste of money. And if they had chicken farms, for example, just to use that example,
Mhm.
it creates employment. It
Correct.
creates, you know, an economy within their national economy, an
Mhm.
agricultural economy that currently is nothing.
Correct.
And that's only one example. They produce
Mm.
eggs. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking
Mhm.
about.
No, I
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
that would include raising the chickens and having their own abattoir
Yep.
Yes.
to process the chicken.
Yes.
And I
Which
think
creates jobs.
everything needs to be cooked just in
Yes.
time and consumed. And then, you know, maybe a little bit of excess will be there, which can obviously be, you know, protected and packaged properly. And I
Yep.
don't
Right.
like shipping things out long distances unless very, very precious kind of items are there, you know, which,
It's
a waste
of
cannot be
money.
grown anywhere else. You know, those items can then be, you know, shipped to, you know, all different locations so everybody can enjoy it.
Exactly.
Right.
And I have access to a number of businesses in Africa,
Mhm.
and that we can look at expanding what they do to expand the footprint they have in the continent of Africa
Correct.
to assist. Anyway,
Right.
we
So
can.
I think
But-
we are now ready. It's my prayer time, you know, in 2-3 minutes. So we will
Okay.
conclude this session with this very, very good news that we are ready to re-engineer Australia and Pakistan, you know, to start with immediately. I mean, nobody stops us from doing it. And then,
Right.
you know, apply the Pakistan and Australia model across, you know, the world, especially across the whole of Africa.
Okay.
Yes.
Now sorry, I don't mean to get off topic, but have we arranged another call with the gentleman with the mines? A time?
No, but we could on Monday if it suits Mufaddal. We needed to know if Mufaddal was available at 9 p.m. Sydney time on Monday, which I think is 3 p.m. Pakistan time and midday in Romania.
Correct. That's
Yeah,
perfect timing for me.
Okay, that's great. All right, gentlemen. Thank you very much for the call. Mufada, have a good prayer.
Thank you. So
And
I will just conclude it
gentlemen-
with the. I would like Joanne, you to conclude with a prayer in you know, in Christianity in your local language, and then I will conclude it in 1 minute with my prayer, final prayer, and then we conclude the meeting. Go ahead, Joanne. Prayer.
right.
Javan has a Hebrew prayer, probably.
Hebrew prayer, right? Why not?
Well, my mother's Jewish and my father's Christian,
Okay.
Orthodox.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So I think
I got that.
Baitul Maqdis is where, you know, our destination should be. We should be building one
Right.
of our campuses in Baitul Maqdis also. Why not?
Right, of course. Okay, gentlemen. So we'll reconvene on Monday, right?
Monday.
And everybody have a great weekend. Have a good prayer.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much. Thank you very much. Shukran Jazila. And we are ready now to re-engineer Mother Earth by applying the Australian technology globally and to delight all the livestock of the world as well as all the human beings. Shukran jazila. Thank you very much. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammadin wa barik wa sallim. Warham wa taram kama sallaita wa sallam ta'ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.